Hi, this is your host Swapnil Bharti, and we are here at openSUSE conference in Nuremberg, Germany. And today we have with us our old friend Doug DeMaio. You do so many things, especially you manage this great, conference every year. So it's, once again, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How has been the conference so far?
It's been going well. The conference, day one, was just a great experience. Smiles on everyone's face as they walked around the conference. Great talks. A lot about containers. Tons of talks about containers yesterday. We had Thomas DeMaio give a keynote talking. It was yet another SUSE talk, so a YAS talk, and he was asked by the community to come give a talk and to explain some of the things that SUSE is doing and how they're working with openSUSE. And that really went well. Very receptive. He talked about the things that they do well, and he also hit on the things that they struggle at and things they need to work on. So overall, I think the conference has gone well and people are enjoying themselves.
And you guys have nice beer here as well. That's one of the reasons I came here.
Sure.
Because I saw you in the morning. The first thing I think you did was putting all the beer in the refrigerator, so that's cool. So what are the? You mentioned Thomas's talk this morning. You said there are a lot of containers and. What are some key highlights? I think this is day one or day two today.
This is day two.
Day two. So what are the key highlights that you saw? I mean, of course, this is your baby, so you will not going to point to anything specific. But what are the key highlights for this conference?
Well, I mean, the overall point for the conference really is to bring in people to give the technical talks, and also bring community members together and discuss technology, and that's not just. I mean, yes, it is the openSUSE conference, but we have other projects coming in, giving talks and explaining why we might want to move in a certain way with technology. We had a keynote this morning from Thomas Graf from Cilium, and it was a very highly technical talk, but he was discussing why there's a need for Cilium. And it's sort of, when you look at these conferences, really it's just an opportunity to talk about technology and how you can work together to drive something forward and bring solutions to people.
Right, because there are people from Fedora community. I'm at NIL, so there are and I see people from Debian also. So it's about openSUSE, but it's about actually community, right?
It is.
Right.
It is.
And what are the fun stuff that you're planning?
Well, so Amazon's one of the sponsors this year, and they're playing a game of heads and tails, and that'll take place a little bit later. But they're going to give away a Amazon Echo tonight. We're going to have a barbecue. We'll have a few kegs of beer, and probably some you call it kicker or foosball table. So people will just be out hanging out, chatting, drinking, talking about different things, and entertainment's available. So,
right.
Yeah.
So if I look at your work, at one side you have people like Thomas Graf who are talking very highly technical topic, and then second is that you are carrying all those beer kegs. Mm-hmm. Between these two, as an organizer, what is the biggest challenge that you personally face, that you always worry about?
Yeah, that's a tough question to answer.
Well, I cannot do softball questions with you all the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but it is difficult to probably explain how the answer goes. You could say sort of self worry about something's not going to go correct, even though you just make do with whatever happens.
Because this is a community conference, not like you have a big team of corporate organizers where you have the whole events team. Everybody's coming in from the department. You have to just do most of the things with the volunteer, with the help, with the support.
I mean, I get a lot of help. Mm-hmm. I really do. I mean, we did the setup on Thursday, and I was here. I said everyone meet at 1 p.m. and then in the morning I just kept driving stuff back and forth and dropping it off, and at 1 p.m. we started doing sort of the setup, and people would drop in. I'd give them something to do. They took off. Someone else would come in. And that's kind of how it worked. And before I knew it, everything was done. Mm-hmm. So but you kind of worry how long things might take, and if you're forgetting things. Of course, I forgot the stickers. What can I say?
Right.
But we found them today, so.
So that was the challenging part, right?
Yeah.
What is the fun part that you look for? Of course, I know you'll say that you like to meet people, but what are the fun thing that you look forward to this event every year?
Well, really, it's meeting the people again. I mean, meeting you for example, or just guys that I haven't seen. I mean, Simon comes from Australia, Tim comes from Australia, so it's good to see them. You don't get to see them, but once a year. So really, it's that moment where you have people together, drinking, talking over a beer, and that's.
So it starts with drinking.
Of course.
Exactly. I need a glass of beer as well, so that we are in Germany, so we should do German
I
stuff.
do have a couple bottles of openSUSE beer I can bring you out. It's no comma dry, so it's a small one.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, of course, I would love to do that. What kind of support you get from SUSE as a company?
Very good support. Very good support. I mean, in a sense, when you look at my job as sort of an organizer and things of that nature, I mean, my salary's paid for by SUSE, and hands down, they give me what I need to ultimately provide the community with the best conference that I can provide, along with the other people in the community that are helping me to organize it. So you come across little things like this year I had 300 t-shirts and 300 backpacks, and last week we had 250 people signed up, and today we have about 400. So
Where is my t-shirt? Did you save one for me?
Did you get a backpack?
No, nothing. I just came here and started setting the camera.
Yeah. Well, we'll get you one after the interview.
There are some back doors, right?
Yeah.
So anything else you'd like to talk about? Like which highlights either the community or the work you're doing, or something that you really want people to know that, why they should care about it? Anything that you personally feel, hey, Swapnil, this is what I always want to talk about?
Well, personally, I would continue to like to see those numbers grow and more people come to the conference. Keynote speakers, always looking for keynote speakers. I reach out to different people for keynote speakers. So if you're interested, you can contact me. And then, as far as using openSUSE, we just had the release of 15.1, so give it a try. And I do want to thank all the people that tested it from whatever project they're currently in, or whatever software they're using, just testing out the releases, not just openSUSE, but the releases that come out. You're contributing a factor to the ecosystem, and I guess that's what I would really like to say about open source and openSUSE, and yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Doug, for talking to me today. And of course, I look forward to, I'll be seeing you more outside of this conference. And I look forward to meeting you again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for the great conference. And I look forward to my SUSE beer as well.
I'll bring it out.